There's something I've never understood, and I mean absolutely never. This idea that when someone hurts you, you're supposed to sit back and wait for their life to fall apart. Like it's some kind of reward. Like you get front row seats to their suffering and that's supposed to make you feel better. People say things like, just wait, you'll get to see their karma play out. Or don't worry, they'll get what's coming to them. Or you'll feel so vindicated when it happens. And I'm just sitting there thinking, why would that make me feel better? How does watching someone else suffer undo what happened to me? How does their pain heal mine? It doesn't. It doesn't solve anything. It doesn't restore trust. It doesn't rebuild what was broken. It doesn't give me back the nights I couldn't sleep. It doesn't erase the betrayal. It just feeds something dark. And I don't want to feed that. When you sit around waiting for someone's downfall, you are still emotionally tied to them. You are still orbiting them. You are still letting their life determine your emotional state on some level. That's not freedom. That's still attachment. And I don't want my healing to depend on someone else crashing and burning. If someone hurt me, yes, I want accountability, of course. Yes, I want truth. Yes, I want growth. And if it calls for it, then yes, justice would be nice if it is a legal situation. Preferably for all parties involved, though, I definitely would want growth. In fact, if I could have my way, everyone would heal and be able to live a better life going forward as a result. Because people who are hurting others are acting out of their own unhealed wounds. Not to give anyone a pass or anything, just making an obvious observation. But I digress. I don't want revenge. Revenge is basically just unprocessed pain, wearing armor. It keeps you bitter and burdens your heart. I've been through hell, real hell, and I can tell you right now, watching someone else go through hell who hurt me would not bring me joy or peace to my heart. It would weigh me down. If I were to celebrate someone's suffering, then I'm no better than those who hurt me in the first place, and I refuse to do that. And of course, this is not to say that I'm better than anybody, because honestly, in my opinion, everybody is equal. You have to take that into context when I say I'm no better. The world is already drowning in resentment. Everyone wants someone to pay. People don't seem to want to heal. Nobody wants to say, this stops with me. But that's where the real power is. Not in watching someone lose everything, but in deciding their behavior doesn't get to turn you into something you're not. If karma does exist, it doesn't need an audience. If someone has lessons to learn that life will teach them, then life will teach them. It's certainly not my place, but I don't need to sit in the front row cheering for their destruction. I'd rather spend my time building my own peace. The opposite of revenge isn't weakness, it's sovereignty. It's saying you don't get to define my heart. And I think that's what really can be confusing to people. When you don't want revenge, people assume you're passive, but that's not the case. I just refuse to let anger be my fuel. I refuse to let bitterness be my identity. And I definitely refuse to measure my healing by someone else's suffering. If someone hurts you, you're allowed to grieve naturally. You're allowed to be angry. You're allowed to feel everything that you want or need to feel, because all feelings are valid. And then you're allowed to just walk away. But you don't have to become a spectator of their collapse to feel whole again. Healing isn't watching someone burn. Healing is walking away from the fire entirely. And maybe the real revolution isn't revenge. Maybe it's actually just breaking the cycle.